It is being called the Let Us Worship movement. It is going across the nation right now, being led by California worship leader Sean Feucht. However, the group ran into some problems recently at an event that was supposed to take place in Chicago. I'm going to break it down, guys. Before we go any further, if you enjoy my daily content here on YouTube and you would care to support the ministry for as little as $5 a month, you could do so by going over to patreon.com/conservativetruth. That link in the description gets you access to over 20 exclusive podcasts where I talk a lot more about sensitive information. You get the alerts for anything that goes up on Patreon. Unlike YouTube, you're not going to be alerted for every video, guys, so I recommend you browse my channel after you get done watching this video to see what it is that you missed. Also, like this video, share it, hit the bell, subscribe, and I wear the glasses because I'm blind. Now, like I said, worship leader Sean Feucht, he's also associated with Bethel Worship. He's hosting these Let Us Worship revival movements. They're going all across the country. They're actually calling this as well Riots to Revival. That's what they're doing here. They're going into these cities that were especially plagued by all of the violence, everything going on from Portland to Seattle to Minnesota to Wisconsin, everywhere. Well, they landed in Chicago on Wednesday, and they were getting ready to set up. However, they were approached by police who said they could not set up. This was supposed to be held in Washington Park there on the south side of Chicago. Police told them they would not be allowed to do so. No musical equipment could be set up there at all. Now, the group did not have a permit. However, in many of the other cities that they've been to here with this Let Us Worship movement, they didn't have permits either. They're conducting this basically as a peaceful protest. These worship nights that they're doing, taking this all over the United States. It's kind of like an unofficial worship protest concert, if you want to kind of call it that. It's not like they're releasing, like tour dates where people are being charged to come to these events. No, hundreds of people are just gathering up. They're advertising on social media. People are showing up. They're getting saved. They're getting healed. They're getting baptized. It's incredible to see what's happening here. But apparently, orders were being directed to the Chicago Police Department by who else but Mayor Lori Lightfoot, who wanted this event completely shut down. The police were threatening Sean Feucht and his team with jail time if they went ahead and tried to set up any of this equipment. They also said the equipment would have been confiscated, and they would have been dealing with fines, with all kinds of other issues. So what they did was they ended up holding the event, but they just did it with acoustic instruments. So they didn't actually set anything up. They had like a tent and everything that they were going to put out there. But they actually did hold the event, not the way they wanted to, but it lasted still for about 2.5 hours. They had a megaphone. They went around. They were worshiping for about an hour. They had their own baptismal actually in the back of a truck that they were using to baptize people. And what Feucht said, he goes, you wouldn't think that here in America, this is what we would have to do in order to get people baptized, where these cities, certain cities don't want us here. They don't want Christianity here. They want no representation of Christ. They're letting people completely destroy and burn the cities down. But when it comes, without consequence, by the way, but when it comes to people who are trying to hold these worship protest events, they're doing everything they can to try to stop us. If they could put their energy and their effort that they do in trying to shut Christians down from holding these worship events, why can't they put that same energy into helping stop the riots that are going on in their cities? But of course, nobody can answer that question, and we know exactly why. Nevertheless, Feucht was very happy with the way things went, even though it wasn't the way that they wanted to. But nevertheless, they still got people to come out, and it was a great night for them. They then went on to Cleveland, hold an event there where they did have a permit, and they were actually backed there by the local police chief. So that is encouraging. Also, a couple of weeks before the election, they're going to be holding one in Washington, D.C. These aren't political events, by the way. Feucht said he wanted to make that very clear. He said, we're not talking politics. We're not talking Trump. We're not talking Biden. This is strictly about worshiping the Lord, getting people to come to Christ, getting them to realize that we're in the last days, that Christ is coming back soon. People need salvation. That is the most important thing that people need right now. It's not looking into your hope into one political leader. It's looking and placing your hope in Christ. So that is true. It's such a true statement. Guys, let me know what you think about this down below in the comment section. What do you think about Chicago trying to shut this event down? Are you surprised by this? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll be back with more. You guys take care. Please be safe out there. God bless each and every single one of you, and I'll talk with you soon.